So this is either going to be the best news of the day or it's going to be some of the worst news of the day. So we're talking about tax refunds or debts. So when you pay your tax, the government works it out as you go, and at the end of the year, they'll have worked out how much money you should have paid. But they don't know about things like deductions. So they might have taken away too much money, or you might not have declared all of your income throughout the year. This can lead to one of two things. If the tax you paid is bigger than the tax you should have paid, well, that's unfair. If you paid too much tax, you paid more than you should have, right? You get a refund. The government pays you back. Isn't the government sweet? However, in the case that you've paid less money than you should have, so if the tax you paid isn't enough, then instead the government's going to be asking for a little bit more money, meaning you're going to be in debt to the government. So these are the two ways that taxation can end up working for people. Either you end up getting some money back at the end of the year, or, and the other option, is that you actually have to pay the government some money at the end of the year. So let's have a look at an example. Alrighty, so Myra works as a research biologist and has a gross income of $75,400 for the year. So during the year, she spent $250 on scientific journals, $80 on work-related phone calls, $45 on work-related internet data charges, $45 on the purchase of a lab coat, $2 each of 10 times the coat was cleaned, and she also donated $200 to a fundraiser for a registered charity. So what we've got is gross income and a bunch of deductions. Every single one of those things on that list is a deduction, which is perfectly fine. So let's work out the total in deductions. These are things that you shouldn't have to pay for. So the deductions are going to be the $250, the $80, the $45, the $45 for the lab coat, 2 times 10 for all the times it was cleaned, and also the $200 to the registered charity, with a total of $600. So the total deductions are going to be $600. Taxable income is your gross income minus any deductions. The gross income was $75,400. The deductions was $600, and so her taxable income is now going to be $74,800. Alrighty. So that's her taxable income, which is the tax we're actually going to use, the amount of money we're actually going to use with the tax table. So $74,800, right? That fits us into this bracket here, between $37,000 and $90,000. So we're going to be paying the straight amount plus the extra little bit. So let's do part B, working out how much tax she should pay. So how much money over has she made? Well, $74,800 minus $37,000 is equal to $37,800. And from there, we need to work out the cents, which is 0.325 multiplied by 37,800, $12,285. And then the total, or not total tax, the tax that should have been paid is the $3,572 plus the $12,285, which gives us a total of $15,857 in total. So that's what tax she should have paid. So if Myra's tax summary shows that she'd already paid $16,430, calculate her tax refund or debt. So, has she paid more or less than she should have? She should have paid $15,857, but she has paid that, $16,430. So she has already paid more than she should have. So she's going to be getting a tax refund. She's going to be getting some money back. So let's work that out. So for part C, the refund or debt is always going to be the difference between them. To work out the difference, you're just going to subtract them to see how different they are. So 16,430 minus 15,857. And that's going to give us her tax refund, $573. So her tax refund will be $573. And so that means that she's going to get, at the end of the tax year, when she puts in her tax return, the government's going to look, see all of this, and go, okay, well, we're going to give you back some money. And in this case, $573. This actually happened a lot recently because as the years go by, sometimes the tax table will actually change in the middle of a year. And so the tax you've been paying as you go through might change, and then you might be eligible for a refund. There can be lots of reasons why you might get some money back, or you might be asked to pay a little bit more. Alrighty. Hope you've had a good time, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.